My first guest is now in her 6th season as a cast member on Saturday Night Live. Here's a look at her from last week's show.
Moving on with the news. What's the nation's happiest city? If you guessed San Diego, California, you guessed right. In a recent poll, San Diego beat out Santa Fe, New Mexico, and Denver, Colorado. Kathy?
The world's oceans may hold the secret to curing breast cancer. Recent studies at Johns Hopkins University have shown...
Works every time for me. Please welcome Anna Gasteyer. Thanks for being here, Anna.
Thank you.
Now, this is very exciting. I heard just a couple of days ago, I guess you announced for the first time that you're going to have a baby.
Yes, I'm going to have a baby. Yeah.
Oh, good for you. This is, never done this before?
No, I've never done it before.
Yeah,
no.
okay, it's your first baby. Now, some people don't want to know what the sex of the baby is.
Yeah.
And some people do want to know.
Yeah.
What's your take on this?
I didn't really care. My husband kind of wanted to know because it's really hard in this day and age. We had an amniocentesis, so it's hard to tell with lab chemistry. Like, you have to really go out of your way to make sure they don't tell you. And
because like there's so many tests where you have to keep saying, I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And we have the guy that did our amnio is Chinese, and according to our midwife, she's like, you really need to make it clear because he really is going to want you to have a boy. And he's going to make it really obvious.
Why is that?
And apparently he's just like, he will, the minute he sees a penis, he'll be like, oh, there's a penis! You know, like, he'll shout it. So you have to, like, I
think he works out in my gym.
Yeah.
There's a guy in my gym who was like, penis!
Well, it's funny, because you get the result. You know, you see the picture. You see the picture, and then that's how they can, you know, guide the procedure. So they look at the picture. And
now, they can always see from a picture if the baby has
No, not always. So he was like, you have to wait for the lab work to come back. So my friend Jill, actually, I called her. I said, well, from the preliminary evidence, it looks like we have a girl. And she left me a message, and she said, well, I'm glad to hear that you either have a girl or a boy with a very small penis, because he won't be on the show. So.
You know, that would actually be weird, as I know people who've had the baby come, and they were like, oh, we were told it was a girl, but it turned out to be a boy. That's embarrassing for that baby.
Well, then
his penis showed up on no tests. We use sophisticated radar, and like later when the kid's 15, we could never tell. Shut up.
He had really big balls, but that was it. No, it was terrible. I'm sorry. It's a little baby.
What a nice story.
Yeah.
So it's a...
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Yeah, I'm having a girl.
Are you going to paint the room
hot pink?
Because, you know, people still do that.
No.
I mean...
No, I'm not going to do that. No, my husband was so excited it was a girl. He was really worried about having a boy. He said it brought up too many masculine issues and issues regarding sports. Because really the only sports he watches are the Olympics. He's going to be really psyched.
So he's worried that if he had a boy, the kid would be like, hey, Pop, let's watch football.
Yeah,
and he'd be like,
is that the one where they throw? You know,
right.
So,
or you actually have to play sports with your kid.
Yeah.
And they will know right away if, what's wrong with Dad.
Actually, he's pretty good at sports. He just doesn't have the attention span.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we straightened that out.
Yeah, he is good at sports. He just doesn't like watching them.
Right, okay. He's a real man, then.
He's a man, all right.
See his penis.
He's changed my oil a number of times. Oh, God. That was...
All right.
Look, late night
Call
audience.
it whatever you want. All right, now,
I did not mean that.
Yeah, I know.
I have to tell you, I'm a very...
You don't work blue.
I don't like to work blue. I like a clean act. Yeah. I like to stick to, you know, funny sandwich eating.
Okay, that was very nice, by the way. Now, I think you're the first woman, cast member to be pregnant ever in the history of Saturday Night Live.
I am, I think so, yeah.
So this is a live show. I know on sitcoms they deal with it by...
oh, we don't have a pillow.
Well, no, but they always, Yeah, I
love how, like, Felicia Rashad on Cosby, like, she was huge. Remember that? And she would, like, walk in, like, I got the groceries, like, covering her, like, a huge pillow, like, covering her, you know.
But on a live show, you're not going to be able to do that.
No, I don't think so. But it gives you, you know, it's just sort of like being a different type. All of a sudden, there's just like, you know, I'll be the white pregnant lady.
Right.
In the cast. And I even told...
You'll be the girl that eats a lot of donuts.
Yeah. Oh, don't say that. No, I don't know. I hope not. I hope it's just a matter... Well, Lauren announced it, and I said, you know, you have this really small window when you're pregnant where, you know, your boobs get really big. and you're not really showing it. So I told them to maximize that because I've been the flat girl for a long time. I'm ready to.
So you're telling the writers you could actually probably pinpoint for these 3 weeks.
We could do a Hooters sketch. We could do like a lot of things, you know, in the next couple of weeks.
When is that? The breast sketch? They just.
Well,
and now, I'm not trying to embarrass anybody. I'm just curious. Like, I don't know. This sounds interesting.
Thing,
like,
Conan, what happens is mammals can feed their young. They feed. There's milk.
There's milk
real
in there.
Milk in there.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you get
so
pregnant,
they're not just ornamental, is what you're saying.
No, it's not just like a fun plaything. They fill up with food stuff.
I see.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to get any? Have you had any chance at all to like have a break or get away in order to just enjoy, you know, because the Saturday Night Live
we've been working a lot this fall. We went to Hawaii, which was really nice, and it was fun for me because I was in the closet about being pregnant for so long that as soon as I got on the plane, like I actually was violently ill on the plane because I had such bad morning sickness. But every single person, I puked 12 times on the plane, like in between pukes, I'd be like, I'm not gonna like run back in because I was so excited.
Right.
We went swimming with dolphins, which was a horrible disaster.
What? Wait a minute. How can swimming with dolphins be a disaster?
Well, everybody, I don't know, it's like this big thing that people are doing now because it's really supposed to be spiritual and they have this higher consciousness and all this crap. And so
no, they say that like the dolphins can read your mind and you can all be one.
Right, exactly. And they're supposed to be healing, like they heal your DNA. And apparently they have this sonar vision and they can see babies. So supposedly they're really excited about women who are pregnant. And so I was all excited about it. My mother-in-law had arranged this, and we went with this huge group of people. It was my second day in Hawaii. I was still really sick, but for some reason, I've never been a motion sick person, and I've in fact always judged people who are, which is really unkind of me. Like, I always think they're kind of weak, pale.
And so when you see other people throw up in a boat, you're like, you are weak.
Come on, weakling, suck it up, you know, exactly. So we got on the boat, and right away I just turned Kelly green. I was completely seasick. We got out into the water, and you know, the dolphins come really fast, and you have to like dive in really fast, and it was with snorkel stuff. And I live in New York. I'm not like an innate snorkeler, and I had this, you'd have to breathe through your mouth, and my flipper fell off, and supposedly you're not supposed to move very much to scare the dolphins, but I'm like thrashing around, and, you know, just really spazzy.
They think you're a wounded seal. They're like...
And I'm imagining I'm gonna puke in my little thing, and I'm gonna die some horrible like pregnant dolphin death, you know. So we get back in, and I'm a wreck. I come right back on the boat. One dolphin passed me about 100 yards away, which was fine. It was kind of cool, but so I had to sit on the end of the boat because I was so ill, and all I could do was sort of stare at the water. It was a small boat. Just kind of kept staring and kept staring, and all of a sudden they all came up in this huge sea around us. We were trying to catch up with them to wherever they fed, and at that moment I began vomiting. So my husband's like, "They're the oh God," you know, just like right over the
Did you throw up on the dolphins?
I did. I threw up on the dolphins.
That's terrible.
It was so bad. It was not spiritual at all.
Can you imagine the dolphin like, oh, a human, I will heal her.
I know, it was so unseemly.
That's the worst.
So I think my DNA is not healed or anything.
No.
Yeah.
And you know, they're not going to heal your DNA now.
I'm on the wanted list in the dolphin community.
I think that, the word's going to get out, and anytime you swim for the rest of your life, the dolphins will be like, get her. She is the one.
Well, I was already so afraid of sharks because I was pregnant. And you know, they can, you know, I saw Jaws when I was little, so I'm like, well, what if they, what if they smell my pregnancy? You never know.
Let's change the subject. Now,
I was so convinced.
Yes.
Dolphins aren't vicious.
They are. They're creeps. And now, that'll get out in the world wildlife community. Conan O'Brien says dolphins are creeps. Yeah. And butterflies are real asses. Before we go, I have to ask you something. I'm a TV junkie, and I'm watching one of those celebrity profiles, and you pop up doing a testimonial about Brooke Shields, and I was wondering, how did that happen? Like, suddenly they're like, Brooke Shields then did this. Here's Anna Gasteyer with more, and you're saying like, oh, well, Brooke's great.
We did the vagina monologues together, so we're actually really, she's a good friend of mine. But what did you think I just do, like random celebrity profiles for money?
Well, because sometimes they don't hook up to the person. No, like it makes sense when
you're gonna start seeing them all the time with me, like just like. You know, Hawkeye is not just a character; he's a real person.
I think I was asked to do once, once I was asked to do one, like, say something about David Spade. And I was like, I didn't know anything about him too much. I just worked with him a bit on Saturday Night Live. But I think they just do, like, sometimes I don't see the connection between the
two
people
people
when I watch those shows. I'm watching the show, and they'll be talking about, whatever, President, Bill Clinton, and they'll say, here with more is Chef Paul Prudhomme. Like, how do these two people link?
One of the things that the president likes to eat is shrimp, and it's just like going on, right?
All right, so there was a purpose to that. I just had to satisfy.
Yeah, we were friends. I wasn't just trying to get money.
They pay you money to say nice things about people?
They pay you $7,000.
I will do that tomorrow. I'm going to be on every single E one now. How did you know John F. Kennedy? Hey, he was great. How old were you? Not born. Tear.
Yes.
Well, I like that it says at the bottom of my card, congrats on the baby. Like,
to you.
They think I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Congratulations on baby. I'm a person.
Thank you.
I'm a human being.
Thank you.
I have a mind of my own.
I hope that she'll meet you.
And Saturday Night Live returns live on March 3rd with guest host Johnny Mosley.
The skier.
The skier.
Hotshot skier.
And he's going to be there.
Evidently.
Okay.
Yeah, we're coming back.
What if he doesn't win any medals? Are they still going to be on?
It'll be a humdinger of a show.
That's going to be great. All right, thank you so much for being here.
Conan.
And seriously, congratulations.
Thank you so
Anna Gasteyer, Tom Bergeron coming up. We'll be right back.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
What's that? Hershey's pot of gold? Ah, I thought we weren't exchanging gifts this year.
We're not.
Hershey's pot of gold. It's that good.
Give me a double bacon cheeseburger.
Double bacon cheeseburger? It's for a cop?
What the hell's that all about? You gonna spin it now? That look like spit to you?
Yeah.
Super Troopers. Rated R. Starts Friday, February 15th.